Hey guys, it's Nikki and I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, show me love. And yeah, let's get into it. So, as you guys see, I'm still in the hospital. Let me get my covers up. I'm still in the hospital. I've been here since Tuesday. Today is Sunday, the 25th, I think. Yeah. 24th or 25th, one of them days. You know, you lose track of time when you're in the hospital. So, today's topic, I want to talk about something big. Something that I'm sure every sickle cell patient in the community has gotten at least one time in their life. So, today's topic is sickle cell anemia contagious? Is sickle cell anemia contagious? Now, when I was younger, I'm 28 years old now. When I was younger, growing up and stuff like that, when I would be in school and stuff, I would explain to people like, oh, I have sickle cell. And they would be like, oh, what is that? Oftentimes, people don't know what it is. And then I would explain to them what it is, and they would be like, oh, is it contagious? Like, I don't want to get sick. Stay away from me. And I would look at them like, it's not contagious. Sickle cell anemia is not contagious. You cannot get sickle cell by touching someone, kissing someone, having sexual intercourse with someone, hugging someone. You cannot get sickle cell anemia by doing those things. It is not contagious. Now, the way that sickle cell anemia can be passed on is it could be inherited. So, sickle cell anemia is a hereditary disease. Now, I have sickle cell anemia because my mother has sickle cell trait and my father has sickle cell trait. So you combine the two and you get me. You get a sickle cell warrior. So with the trait, you don't really get any symptoms. It's rare if you do. But you can get symptoms. You can get pain and stuff like that, especially if you run like an extreme marathon or you're giving birth and stuff like that. Yes, you can have symptoms with the trait, but it's not often. You don't end up in the hospital a lot. You're not in the hospital at all, barely. You know, the symptoms really don't even apply. But with sickle cell anemia, it's a whole different ball game. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a hereditary disease. So you inherit it from your family. So if I was to have a baby with a man who has sickle cell trait, my child would definitely come out with sickle cell anemia. I don't have any kids yet. I do want kids in the future. I want like 6 kids. I want a lot of kids, you guys. I want a big family. But when I do have kids, it's definitely going to be planned. I definitely want to make sure that the man that I have kids with is healthy and, you know, ready to take care of his kids and me. No, but really, yeah, so the topic is sickle cell anemia contagious? No, sickle cell anemia is not contagious. Oftentimes, when you tell people, oh, I have sickle cell anemia, they want to, hold up, back up. I don't want to get sick. I used to get that a lot. Like, especially when I was in high school and middle school. You know, people are younger, people are immature and stuff like that. So when I would tell people, they'd be like, oh, I don't want to get sick. And I'll have to explain to them, like, it's not contagious. You can't get sick. It's not like a cold where if you cough or sneeze at somebody, boom, you can get the cold. No, it does not work like that. Sickle cell anemia does not work that way at all. Like I said, it's a hereditary disease. hereditary disease. And also, this is the reason why I do my YouTube, because I want to educate more people on sickle cell anemia, and how it affects the community and how people actually get it. Because a lot of people sleep around and have babies, and then they don't know anything about anything until their child comes out with a disease, and then you're like, wait, what? Like, I never knew that even existed. You know what I mean? When my mom gave birth to me, she knew nothing about sickle cell at all. They called her up, and and she was one of the people too that thought you could get rid of it with like medicine or something, because when they called her when I was born, they said, you need to come back to the hospital. Your child is sick. She has sickle cell anemia. And my mom was like, oh, give me a prescription. You know what I mean? She'll be fine. And they were like, no, you need to come back into the hospital. Like, this is severe. This is not something that goes away with the prescription. This is a really chronic disease, and it's painful, and you're going to have to really learn about it. Over time, my mom was young when she had me. She was 18 years old. My mom was learning too. She didn't know anything about this disease. She learned along the way. And, she did a really good job. She did a wonderful job. Shout out to my mama. But I really wanna get this out there and create more awareness to it, because, like I said, people are just having babies, and the next thing you know, your child has sickle cell anemia, and you're like, wait, how? I didn't even know I had the trait. I didn't even know my boyfriend had the trait, or my husband had the trait. So it's best to educate yourself. It's really good to educate yourself. Even if you have sickle cell anemia, educate yourself on your own sickness, your own disease. I know that me personally, myself, I have been recently, over time, before I wasn't really like, I was just kind of going with the flow. Like, whatever happened, I would learn along the way. But now I actually look up things. Sorry, I talk with my hands too. I don't know if y'all notice, but I talk with my hands a lot. So now, I'm more intuitive to my sickness. I look up stuff. I look up the medications they give me, because I notice too, when I come to the hospital a lot, every time I get admitted and I stay, I end up breaking out really bad every time. It never fails. And I was thinking, why is that? I started to look up the medications that I was getting, and the pain medication that I get causes acne. It makes you break out. So you just find better resources when you do your research. And it's very important to educate yourself on your disease, so that way you know how to express yourself when it comes to these doctors or these nurses, and you know how to express yourself when it comes to even explaining anything that has to do with your disease. So it's not hard to look up something, research something. If you are thinking about, if you don't know something and you're thinking about something, look it up. You'll find out quick and easy. That's your best thing to do. The best thing is educating yourself. Educating yourself is the best thing. And if you have friends around you, family members around you that have sickle cell anemia, and you don't really know much about it, educate yourself too, so that way your loved one, you know what they go through. There's a lot of people around you. Often, sometimes they see what you go through, but they don't understand it. You get what I'm saying? Unless they're going through it themselves. And I feel like if people would actually do their research and actually be more intuitive to the things around them, we would be better educated. We would be better educated on these things. So, yeah. It's all a matter of just doing your research. It's all a matter of just knowing your disability and getting to know your disability. And if you don't have a disability and a loved one has it, research it, so that way anything happens, you can help them. Anything. But yeah, I just want to come on here and say that. What else do I have to say? Don't be biased. If you don't have the disease and you don't know anything about it, Don't judge a book by its cover right off the back and say, oh, it's contagious, or oh, I don't want to be around you, or oh, I don't want to be your friend or hang out with you or anything because you have this disease. Oftentimes, like, I found myself, people have judged me. They have judged me because of my disability. And it's not okay. It's not right. But, some people, you can't change everybody. Some people just have a different outlook, and you can't expect everybody to think the way that you think, if you get what I'm saying. So, but you can change the way that you think about yourself. You can change the way that you think. You can educate yourself. You can advocate for yourself. And that's what I've been doing lately. Been doing that lately a lot. I'm really proud of myself. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I did a podcast and it made the Shade Room. Shout out to Guinea and Chike for having me on there. I greatly appreciate it. I give all glory to God. I'm so happy, you guys. I have been wanting to advocate for so long. I've been trying to get it out here for so long, and now people are finally picking it up and finally talking about it, and I'm absolutely happy. I cannot be anything but happy, because this is something that really needs to be talked about. This is something in the African American community that needs to be talked about. Sickle cell is a predominantly African American disease, and I hate that I have to say this, but race comes into play a lot. And sometimes as minorities, we get put on the back burner. And like I said, it's not okay. It's not okay. But we are going to prevail no matter what. We will not be silenced forever. We have a voice. We will be heard. And my voice will be used to talk and advocate for other sickle cell patients, for patients who don't want to talk, because there's a lot of patients who don't like talking about their sickness. There's a lot of patients who don't want to be, explaining what their sickle cell is. They just go with the flow, and that's it. Me, I like to talk about it. I put it all on the table. Like, we can get into this too. So, dating and sickle cell. When I date somebody, or somebody wants to try to date me, I put it out all on the table. I put it all front street. Like, I let them know, like, listen, I have sickle cell anemia. It's a hard disease to deal with, and I'm not for playing games. I need support. There's gonna be times where I'm in the hospital. I would like a visit. Like, if you're my companion, yes, I would like for you to visit me sometimes. I'm not saying sit up in the hospital with me 24/7, 365 all the time, every time I'm here, because of course you have a life outside of here too. But don't just leave me hanging. Oftentimes, a lot of guys, they say that they'll be there for you, to support you, they're gonna come see you, and they never show up. They never even care to ask you how you're doing. They don't check up on you. And I'm not into that at all. Sickle cell does not define me. Sickle cell does not have me. But sickle cell is a part of me. You get what I'm saying? Sickle cell is a part of me. And that's something that does come with me. So if you can't accept that and you can't handle it, then there's no going forward. So I always like to lay it out on the line. I always like to tell people, I have sickle cell anemia. This is what it is. This is what it does. And yeah, we go from there. And if you accept it, you accept it. And if you don't, then you don't. Simple as that. Simple as that. And if you don't accept it, it's your loss, because I'm a wonderful woman. Wonderful woman, strong woman with a great heart. And that's all I can do. All I can do is be me. All I can do is continue to be me. All I can do is continue to try to talk and create awareness to this disease. And yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing forward. I'm gonna keep moving forward. You guys see I'm in the hospital, but I'm still working. Still doing what I need to do. Still have a smile on my face. I'm happy no matter what. Like, I'm in the hospital, I got oxygen on, I got all these tubes on me, and I'm happy. I'm smiling. So for anybody out there who's having a bad day, or who wants to give up, it could always be worse. I could be in a worse situation than this. You get what I'm saying? It could always be worse. Just be thankful for what you have. Be thankful that you're alive. Be thankful that you're breathing. And you're always going to get through it. No matter what, you will get through the storm. You will get through the storm. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but don't worry. You will get through it. I just wanted to come on here and talk about that real quick, because, you know, some people be thinking that sickle cell is contagious, and then also sickle cell with dating, like, you know, people get false hopes, like, oh, I'll be there for you, I don't mind. You know, people talk a good game, but when it's time to back it up, they don't back it up at all. So that's just something I wanted to come on here and talk about for a little bit. Wanted to shed light on it. So yeah, sickle cell anemia is not contagious. You cannot catch it by hugging someone. You cannot catch it by kissing someone. You cannot catch it by saliva. You cannot catch it by that. It is not contagious. Sickle cell is a hereditary disease. You inherit it. That is how people come out with sickle cell. Like I said, do your research, educate yourself, and be great. Be great, be yourself. That's all I can say. I'm out. I'm getting ready to take a nap. I'm tired. I'm super tired. I really haven't been sleeping in here at all. I'm ready to go home. Ready to eat some good food. Take a hot bath. I gotta wash my hair. You know, looking rough a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna get back to normal. I'm excited. I start school soon. May 24th. I start school to be a funeral director. So I'm going for mortuary science. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. I love school. Absolutely love school. And I'm already a cosmetologist. I have my license to be a cosmetologist. I work in a spa. You know, I just keep prevailing. I'm a determined young woman. So I'm gonna get it by any means necessary. I had a hard time too when I was younger in school. Like when I was in high school, I'll get into that later. This is a different story. But we'll get into schooling and jobs later. That's a different topic. But when I was in school, people used to tell me, oh, because I didn't graduate until I was 20. So people would tell me, oh, you're 20 years old. You're going to be 21 soon. Why don't you just drop out and get a 9-to-5? No. I want a career. I'm making a career for myself. And guess what? I did. And now I'm on to the second one. And I'm going to do that too. I always push forward. I always stay determined. I always prevail. And like I said, you guys do the same. Keep your head up. Stay strong. We are warriors and we will get through this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing and supporting. I would like to hear your feedback. If you have anything, any topics you would like to talk about, put them down there in the description, like in the comments. Sorry. Go follow my Instagram at NIKYAX3. That's for everything sickle cell, everything beauty. I just pretty much, you know, go in depth about my life in there. If you want to see pictures of me and stuff like that, go follow that. It's NIKYAX3. And yeah, thank you for watching again. Subscribe, like, comment, ring that bell so you guys can be notified anytime I post a video. And stay tuned for more, because I got so many more topics to talk about. I got so many mukbangs to come up with, and so much more that I'm going to introduce to this channel. So yeah, thank you guys again. Have a good day.